is one of the fastest ways to leak credentials. Hard-coded usernames and passwords can end up in logs, source control, and command output. Terraform's sensitive variable feature is intended to avoid accidentally exposing secret information in CLI output, logs, and source control. Move credentials into variables and mark them as sensitive. This tutorial demonstrates declaring db username and db password variables with sensitive equal to true. Terraform automatically redacts these values from plans and output. This tutorial states that Terraform redacts sensitive values in command output and log messages. Let's try to understand what exactly are the resources in our Terraform configuration. So we have a VPC module, and we have obviously an AWS provider, and we have data, which is availability zones, which is, I think it will give you whatever is the opt-in status required. And we have a security group module, and we have a load balancer security group module and a random string resource, and we have a load balancer. And you can see there are some rules, listener rules, and then health check, and which will be I'm pretty sure the EC2 instances will be yeah, so load balancer will be sending the traffic to the EC2 instances. And also we have a database instance, and the purpose of the tutorial is about using the sensitive variables. And we can see here in the resource configuration you have your username and password, which is written in the plain text, which is not secure, and which is what we're going to fix now. Let's fix the issues by adding the variables db username and db password, and make them as type string. And I'm just copy pasting it just for the sake of visibility. db password and db username, we're putting the sensitive as true. Now we can pass these variables by exporting them as tf-var variables. This is a Terraform variable pattern, which again my key is, that particular hyphen key is bad for me. So I'm going to do db username equal to admin, and the password is something, right, basically. So okay, this is wrong. So it is tf underscore var underscore the name of the actual variable and equal to whatever is the value of the variable. So tf underscore var underscore db underscore password equal to something. Okay, and now if I do a Terraform apply, it will not ask for any variables, and it will just go ahead and create these resources. It'll ask for a minus approval though. Yeah, so I'll just say yes, and we should be able to get these resources created in some time. As you can see that I have done an apply again, that's why you see no changes, but it has already finished creating all the resources. And that's how you can create all the resources using the tf-var pattern. There's another way to do it, and I'll explain you how. There is another way to set the variables by setting the variables in a tf-var file. So let's try to create a tf-var file, secret.tf-var, and it is just tf-vars actually. Just renaming it, updating it tf-vars, and all you have to do is basically use the name of the name of the, and yeah, don't forget to give the code. That was the mistake I initially did. And basically the name of the variable and the value of it. Now if I just do Terraform apply again, I have destroyed those resources and I'm doing it again. It will ask me for these variables, because now I do not have those tf underscore var variables in my terminal. I've created a new terminal. So, and I have not passed the secret.tfvars file as an argument variable file to my Terraform apply. So it will ask me what is the value. Okay, you have defined in your variables, where are your variables, you have defined a required variable for db password and db username, but they are not here, and you need to supply me with those variables. And the way to pass it, instead of manually passing them every time, is just do minus var file equal to secret dot tfvars. The At this point again it will start. Yes, I should have given auto approve, and then again it will start. So now this time it has taken the variables from a file, which is like a tfvars file, where you can just give plain your name of the variable and then the value of the variable in strings, in quotes. Basically, it's a string. So we're gonna wait for the apply to complete. So the apply is complete. So this way you can use a file also to define your secret variables and basically create the secret variables, right? And let's just try to create an output so that we'll see once we try to print this output whether it will give us any sensitive output or will it be redacted. Okay, now if I do terraform apply again, it is refreshing the state. Basically we don't have any resource configuration changes, just an added output, and that should be shown. So nothing to add. There is just an output where is, so you can see that this is sensitive and you cannot see. So that is how you can add secret variables using either a tf var file or tf underscore var variable pattern. I think I hope that it is clear with this tutorial, and I will see you in the next video.